Can you believe it? It's already been 3 months since the last episode of Smiling Friends Season 2 aired. Time just flew by, didn't it? 1 week we were promised new Smiling Friends on April 1st, raising viewers' hopes, only to be dunked on with the highest effort shitpost ever. Adult Swim essentially recreated each episode with puppets and costumes.
If her name was Shrimpina, she'd be a shrimp.
I'm just as shocked as you are, Charlie.
Soon after, we were blessed with the actual pilot, an episode so monumentally meme-worthy with its central character that the memes for the show shot the hype for the full season through the roof. Sure, we had 3D and Smiling Friends before. I mean, just look at 3D Squelton. Look at him. Really look at him. But right out of the gate, we were treated to the most accurate depiction of a game character from not the PS2, but the PS1 era. Of course, this was only a small taste of the experimental animation to come in the season. Then, after, came the final episode. Pim turns green, and in a flash, it was all over. And while these past 3 months since the show ended might have felt incredibly quick, seriously, where did my summer go? The wait for the next season of Smiling Friends is going to be absolutely brutal, guys. But I guess it could be worse. You could be a fan of Ballmasters like myself and be waiting for eternity, because that's probably never coming back. I guess it can't be much worse than the wait after the original pilot aired in 2020, followed by the full season that was way in 2022. Still, if you're as eager as I am for Season 3, then you've come to the right channel for some sweet tidbits on what to expect. By the way, a like and sub would mean the world to me, so be sure to throw me some quick and free support below, since I've got job interviews coming up this week, since being a micro-sized YouTube channel doesn't exactly pay, especially since I'm in demonetization jail until November, but you guys are why I do this, so I absolutely don't mind it. And while you're at it, what's something you would love to see in the next season of Smiling Friends? Let me know below. So, what's in store for us in the next zany season of Smiling Friends? Let's hear from Zach himself.
You know it's gonna be called Season 3.
Obviously, there's more to it than just that. Or else I wouldn't be making this video to appease my fellow Smiling Friends fans who are also frothing at the mouth to see more absolutely disgusting visuals that Michael and Zach were actually able to get onto public broadcasting. And Pim. We also just want to see Pim.
I just think they're neat.
Zach and Michael have actually been surprisingly working on the 3rd season for quite some time now. Just a month ago, they mentioned they'd already written much of the 3rd season, or at least outlined what they expect to execute conceptually, episode by episode. They've even started writing concepts for future episodes, though those might not get produced right away, or at all, since Zach and Michael have both mentioned in the past that they've written entire backstories for characters, only to discard them when developing stories around them. Who knows? Maybe we'll see a Glep-centric wizard episode and find out why he has that purple hat, and finally know what that green thing does.
Actually, I don't know. That's a good question.
And while this might be a little bit of a long shot, knowing Zach's history of trolling people online,
There's big stuff coming in Season 2. Big changes coming in Season 2. Charlie, Kill Your Eye Boys, he, yellow. Yellow, color, we got sick of it. He will now be a series of flashing colors. So
one thing we might expect, based on what Zach and Michael have said, is potentially seeing Pim's brother.
You're gonna see Pim's brother. I just know that's nonsense now.
You might not know he has a brother, but if you paid attention to the episode in which they visit Pim's house, you'd see him in the background. They said this as a joke, mostly. So it could just be a meme, or it could be something more. But I'm all here for it if it happens. Just imagine the classic Zach 9/11 jokes they could pull with his brother being a soldier stationed in Afghanistan.
Turn on the TV, they hit the Pentagon! They hit the fucking Pentagon!
We can also definitely expect more of those infamous jump scares that everyone seems to dislike, as both Zach and Michael have explained.
This is not a show you should get comfortable around. It's gonna scare you.
Ah, sorry.
Whoa,
yeah.
dude.
Oh my god, no, I'm kidding.
There really was a ghost over there. I saw it.
Personally, they don't affect me much since I've been trained by hours upon hours of Blumhouse horror slop to be immune to cheap jump scares. And I honestly find them to be pretty funny in the show.
I knew it was gonna do that.
You're fine. Let's just go kill the boss's wife.
Jesus Christ.
And just to top things off, for us degenerate weebs, Zach has said in an interview they likely, due to in no small part the awful Rick and Morty anime, which, hey, I covered in a video recently, go check that out, they have absolutely no intention of ever making a full anime version of Smiling Friends. He said he wouldn't want to create something that felt forced or cringy. Zach later doubled down on this in a tweet, claiming that an anime episode wouldn't be any different from a normal episode of Smiling Friends, just it would have to nail the anime aesthetic like they've nailed other animation experiments in the previous episodes. And to me, honestly, that sounds like a perfect fit for Smiling Friends and Adult Swim. With classics like Space Dandy, by the way, I also made a video on that that's tied to the Rick and Morty anime, Fooly Cooly, and Cowboy Bebop being Adult Swim staples, why wouldn't they want to attempt an anime-centric episode? I'm just hoping they don't appease VTuber crowds that want jittery 3D models thrown in. Then again, that would be very Zach.
Baby, drop this.
But personally, I just love an episode that avoids the quick and easy anime parody trope of cheap 3D animation or flash animation and just goes full out all over the top with the Sakuga. Inside Out 2 did a pretty good job of this with that anime character, but I kind of wish they went a little bit further. Yes, I know he was a video game character. I would have enjoyed it more if he was, I don't know, animated a bit more fluidly, as perhaps an actual anime character, as I'm pretty sure almost every girl has gone through their Inuyasha phase. But yeah, for an episode of Smiling Friends, obviously it would not need to be the whole episode. That would just be intense on the production. Just have a couple moments that blow us away like the stop motion segments already do. Maybe they could even make a joke about how much it cost them to animate it. I mean, there's a Mappa joke or a Redline joke in there somewhere. So that's basically it, guys. We'll just have to wait until the new season gets teased. Zach and Michael tend to be pretty tight-lipped about show's secrets. Based on the clues they've left and the previous seasons, we can expect more chaotically creative episodes that push the boundaries of what can be done in an animated television show. We can also expect them to stay to a tight 8 episodes, largely in part to the fact that Zach and Michael seem to creatively enjoy just keeping it to a minimum so they don't stretch their concepts too thin. Sort of a quality over quantity type deal. And with the creative freedom Adult Swim gives them, along with their generously sized budget to Zach and Michael,
I'd say Adult Swim is good. They do give us some like seeds, sometimes dog food if we're good, but you know, overall they've been
gotten dog food. You
well,
got that?
I was a good boy that day, so.
they can pretty much make whatever wild idea they want into reality. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.
When you need cheering up, there's only one team to call. They'll turn that frown upside down.
Hey, little buddy, how are you doing? Oh my god. Whoa, 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 whoa.